Hello and welcome back to my Dandelion Diaries. So after my last video, or a couple of videos ago, when I shared my new cover from Sojourner, I had several DMs asking about this brand of leather covers, and then also I guess the sizes that I had. So I wanted to do a quick collection video of all of the Sojourner covers that I have. I am not sponsored by Sojourner. I genuinely absolutely love these leather covers. They're probably my favorite brand, honestly, that I've tried so far. And I just want to talk a little bit about each one that I have, the different sizes, and the leathers, as long as I can remember what the leathers are called. So I'm going to start with the smallest and work my way all the way to the last one that I've kind of already talked about. So the first one I have here is in the Field Notes size. It is the, I believe, called Traveler's Notebook, like the standard TN. It doesn't have a pocket on the front or anything. And I believe these are called inside combo pockets. Typically, what I've found when I've ordered from Sojourner, from Rowena, who's the owner, I always get natural inside pockets from the line that I pick from. I do think she has some other options available, and you can always email her if you have any custom requests. Just know that you'll probably end up paying for it, and it may take a little bit longer than her standard items. But it doesn't have a pocket, and this is the natural Pebble leather with the natural classic leather on the inside. I honestly don't use this one very much. I'm trying to patina the outside by sunbathing it. I just want it to be a little bit darker. It's still a little too peachy for my preference. I would say it's gotten a few shades darker now since I've started tanning the outside. I don't tan the insides. But once this gets a little bit darker, maybe more caramelly looking, I would be loving this cover. Right now, my tarot journal is currently in an undyed leather cover that I made myself, and I'm honestly not in love with the one I made. I love this one a bit more, and it's a bit bigger, so I don't know, but I would love for this to reach almost this level of coloring, if not even a little bit darker than this as well. But this one is from her ready to ship pile, I think. I don't know if she sells this leather anymore. I at least haven't seen it, and I don't know. I like it, but it's not my favorite leather that I've gotten from her line. The next cover I have here is in the Weeks size. This one I did have some customizations to. I asked for it to be able to fit 2 Hobonichi Weeks Megas. I would say they fit, but it's really snug. This is the olive leather, which is a sturdy leather, which I find her sturdy leathers do fit a bit more snugly. They are a bit more form-fitting versus the softer leathers, which I'll get to in a minute. They're a little bit looser. This does have a designer front pocket, which means it just has the natural cut of the leather. So this is kind of just random depending on whatever the leather would look like. I have a nice little kind of scratched edge here, and this kind of is loose and like flips over sometimes. I really love that. This is the special brown leather in the medium to dark color, I believe, because I do have one that's in the light. And yeah. So I believe this one is the like more medium shade of the special brown. It does again have that natural inside pocket, and this is the tri-folio style. So it has just 2 sliding pockets here that you would put your book into, and then the extra piece that you can either use as a bookmark, as an extra closure, hold your pen in there, whatever. I typically use it like this, and I will have my book here and my pen just kind of sitting on the inside. It doesn't go anywhere, and I love that. I do like trifolios. I just don't use them year round. I have like phases where I switch out. But this leather is gorgeous. It's called olive, but it does appear a lot more gray than green. This is another one that I'll get to in a second, but you can see this is green, and this is much more gray. In certain lighting and certain angles, you can see a bit of a greenness to this leather. It is very suede-y. It has almost like a shoe leather kind of feel to it. And it does scratch, but it's not horrible. Like it'll buff out if you really wanted it to. I personally like the natural wear and tear of my covers. I don't put them in bags or anything, so it doesn't bother me, but it does scratch if that's something that's important to you. But this one specifically, since I made it a little bit larger per my custom request, it does fit the larger week size notebooks, like the 520 page ones from Sterling Ink. And then I haven't tried the other notebooks from other brands, but I believe Sterling Inks are like pretty standard in terms of week size, if not a little taller or even a little wider, and it fits in here just fine. The next cover that I have from Sojourner is one of her older ones. I purchased this from a ready-to-ship line that she had. This is in the, I believe it's Elan leather. Yeah, so Elan leather. It is soft. It's very malleable. I honestly adore this leather, and it's probably because I just love the color green. But I only have one cover in this leather because I just, too much green sometimes, I guess. Like, I don't want a bright color year round. This one is one of the only covers that I have that have the colored inside pockets. I got this again from the ready to ship. This is in the B6 slim size. It does fit the Midori B6 Slim books. I haven't tried any other books in it yet, just because I don't use B6 Slim a whole lot. I mainly just use it with the Midori books as like my washi tape books or just general sketches. And I did take all of my books out of these covers so I could show the covers, but this typically always has a book in it. I never have this cover by itself where it's just sitting around. It usually always has a Midori book in it. It does have the older design where it didn't have the card pockets on this side, and this side it does have the card pockets. I don't typically use the card pockets if I'm being honest. I just use them as a folio. And again, this is a tri-folio cover where it has pocket, pocket, and the extra flap right here. The pocket on this one is I think it used to be called a traveler pocket, but now it's called the scoop pocket. And it just has your standard natural leather on this one. I should also note with the designer pockets, you get red stitching. This is non-negotiable. It comes with red stitching if you want a designer pocket. You can always ask for, I believe, a red elastic, and they may be able to match that for you if they have it. Otherwise, you could change the elastic out yourself to match the red stitching. I personally don't mind the red stitching. It's pretty minimal. It doesn't really show up super bright for me. But just note that if you get a designer pocket, it's going to have red stitching. But yeah, the scoop pockets will just have whatever natural color threading they used for the rest of the planner. The next one I have here is another trifolio. Again, I go through phases with these where I like using them, and then I have other ones where I prefer to not have the trifolio piece. This one is in the standard TN size. This is the soft leather. This is the special brown. So like I mentioned with this one, this is like the medium shade of special brown, and this is the light shade. So there's 3 different shades of special brown, and she doesn't always have all of them in stock, I believe. You just have to email in or ask or request it in your notes. I asked for the lighter version on this one because I really wanted it to be, I don't know, lighter. And I got the natural designer pocket on the front, and I got a clip mark, which was really exciting for me. Again, I really like the normal natural wear and tear of leather and the natural look of leather. So getting to see like the tanning process on my cover and have it be there forever is really cool to me. But this one also has the special brown inside pockets, which I believe is common on all of the special brown covers. Don't quote me on that though. You can go to her website, which I will link in the description if you're interested in any of these covers or ordering one or emailing Rowena. Again, I just got a lot of questions about these, and I wanted to kind of share the collection that I have and the different leathers that I have based on what I remember. But the special brown is probably my favorite soft leather, just because it's soft, like to the touch it feels really soft, but it also, I don't know, it just looks really natural. Like it doesn't have any kind of, I don't know, I think this is my favorite soft leather that I've tried so far, that I'd probably order like all of sizes in if I had enough money to do that. But yeah, this one definitely is probably one of my favorite covers, and if I didn't have the next one, I would use this one a lot more often. And on that note, the next one I have here is actually in a Nolty Listy size. So if you've never had a Nolty Listy planner, they're pretty much the same size as a standard TN. They're just slightly larger, like maybe a centimeter or two. It's not a whole lot of difference. They're just slightly larger. So this is in the leather, I think it's called Wheat and Eli. I don't know if she still has any covers with this. This leather is so buttery and so beautiful. I use this as my garden planner cover right now. It's got quite a few little bumps on it from wear and tear over its life. I adore this. I actually got a little ink stain on it, but it blended into the leather so beautifully, you can hardly tell. But I really like this one because it has almost like a greenness to it. Like it's like brown and green. I don't know. If she ever has another leather like this, I will definitely pick up another size because I love this leather so much. And this one again has that matching inner pocket, which I don't find to be very common with a lot of the newer orders that I've done, but I really, really enjoy this cover. This also has the designer pocket on the front, and I love the little like tuft I have here. It has natural scratches again from the wear and tear. I've given it over its lifespan, and the Nolty Listy size fits the sterling ink N1 common planner perfectly, which is this one. I just took this out of this to show you guys the cover, but this is the N1 or standard size sterling ink, which I believe is slightly taller, and it fits with the clear cover in this book just perfectly. Like I don't have to force it or anything. It just slides right in, and I love that so much. So I find this to be probably better than the standard TN size, because if I were to stick this in the standard TN size, which I have right here, might as well just show it. It does not fit with the clear cover. If I took the clear cover off, it would fit in this cover just fine. But if you like using clear covers, especially if you decorate your planners and stuff, having the Nolty Listy size has been very beneficial, at least for this planner, which I absolutely adore, especially since I have a clear cover on it. The next cover I have here is the very first one I actually ordered from Sojourner, and this is an A5 folio, just standard folio, no strings or anything, in Stag with a natural scoop pocket on the front. I love this planner cover. This is probably my favorite sturdy leather. I mean, I don't know, the olive's really nice because it's an interesting color, but the Stag, it has pull up, and it's beautiful, and it's soft, but it's really sturdy. I really like this cover, and the Stag leather is so beautiful, and she has 3 different types of leather with this one. It's, I believe, Roadrunner and Caribou are the other two. Roadrunner is more of like a reddish brown, and Caribou is like a dark chocolate chestnutty color. This is gorgeous. I love this leather. I have a natural scoop pocket on this one, and the natural inner pockets, which I feel is really standard. And yes, I love this cover. It fits the 𝗂𝗏 cousin. It fits the sterling ink A5 common planner, the big one. It fits the A5 notebooks that I like to use in it, either by 𝗂𝗏 or by, I think I've put a 𝗂𝗏 campus one in this. I don't even know how many books I've put in this one. But yeah, this is probably my favorite sturdy leather for sure, and I absolutely adore the A5 folio. I'm not a huge fan of the strings in my A5 just because I don't really have any inserts that are A5 size. But if I did, you could always order the sturdy leathers that she does with the traveler strings and go from there. But I don't use them personally. But I love this leather, and I love how it wears. I mean, it has like my little pen clip marks here. It's got a couple of dents of when I set it on stuff, and I love this leather. I love this leather a lot. And the last cover that I have in my Sojourner collection is the newest edition, and this is the Desert Oasis leather that Rowena just recently put on the website. It is this nice kind of buttery tan leather that's incredibly soft. This is so much softer than Special Brown. And then it has this kind of like, I don't know, bluish, greenish, seafoamy color pocket on the front. It's only available in the scoop, which is what I got here. And then the inside folio pockets are matching with the, I believe, the Desert Oasis leather or the Oasis leather. I'm not sure, since you can only get this color pocket with this leather, as far as I know. I mean, you could always email her and ask if you wanted something different, but I'm really, really happy with this one. And it fits a lot looser than my sturdy A5. So I wanted to compare that because I think I showed in my video the loose one, the Desert Oasis here, fitting on the common planner, which is what I have here. Let me take all of my stuff out. So when I put the common planner in the soft leather cover, which is the one I'd usually have this housed in, it's really loose. It has plenty of room to grow on the edges here. I don't mind that, again, because like I said, I'm trying to use my planners to the best of their ability, so they get really chunky anyways, so it has room to grow. But when I put this in the sturdy leather cover, you'll see how much of a different fit it is. I should also note that generally her covers do not fit the clear covers. If you like to have a clear cover on your planner, you do have to email her and ask if you want your cover to be slightly larger to be able to fit a clear cover. I personally don't mind not having a clear cover with her covers because they fit so perfectly. And as you can see with the sturdy cover, it fits much differently than in the loose one. So like the sturdy one fits it perfectly, like super snug, beautifully, no problems. Again, this is the 520 page sterling ink A5 planner. It's the same size as her notebooks that are 520 page. It fits it absolutely perfectly without a clear cover, nice and snug in the sturdy cover here, which is the Stag, but in the looser cover or the soft cover, the, what's it called? The Desert Oasis, it did fit much more loosely. So I find that really interesting that the softer leather fits it a little bit more loosely and the sturdy leather fits it a bit more snug. So if that means that the sturdy ones are just less malleable than the soft, I don't know. But I will say you can only get the strings in the sturdy covers. You can't get them in the soft covers. And by strings, I mean these, the TN strings. You can only get these in the sturdier leathers. So just to recap, we have the Desert Oasis here in the A5. I have Stag with a natural scoop pocket here. This is the light Special Brown with a natural designer pocket. The Wheat and Eli. The Elan with a natural scoop pocket. The Olive with a Special Brown pocket. And the natural Pebble. I can definitely say that I am a earthy toned girl. Geez, I feel like I like earthy toned pens and earthy toned planner covers at this point. Just green and brown is my jam. Anyways, I love all of these covers. I am a huge Sojourner fan. I've tried leather covers from some other places, and I do, you know, I have no hate towards any of the other leather covers I have tried, but I would definitely say that Rowena's covers, the Sojourner planner covers or notebook covers, whatever you want to call these, are probably my favorite out of all of the ones that I have tried. If you have any questions about any of these covers that I showed today, or any questions about Sojourner in general, just drop those down in the comments. I will have Rowena's stuff linked all down there. She has a YouTube channel herself and her website where you can purchase a lovely cover if you wanted to. I would say that her shipping time is really, really reasonable. Even with custom orders, I've always had it come around really quickly, and yeah, and she's based in the US if you are looking for a US-based leather dealer. Anyways, I want to thank you so much for watching, for joining me here today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.